Welcome to Smart Physics. As we continue with our step-by-step walkthroughs, we are walking through the Cambridge IGCSE Physics Theory Component 41 of October-November 2025. In this particular video, I am going to zero in on question number 5. So let's quickly delve into it. Question number 5. A dolphin communicates with other dolphins underwater by emitting sound of frequency 7 to 15 kilohertz. Item A. State the value of the speed of sound in air and state how the speed of sound in water differs from the speed of sound in air. So you should know the range of sound in solids, liquids, and gases, of which air is a gas. So in gases, sound is expected to be between 330 meters per second and 350 meters per second. So I'll pick any value within this range and represent the speed of sound in air, since air is a gas. Now, for us to compare the speed of sound in water, how it differs from the speed of sound in air, we need also the range for the speed of sound in liquids. So the speed of sound in liquids ranges from 1,480 meters per second to 1,530 meters per second. With this, we can safely see that the speed of sound in air is less than the speed of sound in water. So we can safely say the speed of sound in water is higher or it's faster than the speed of sound in air. That's how you get 1 mark if both are correct. Part B, start and explain if humans with normal hearing can hear all the sounds emitted by the dolphin. Now, for you to answer this question effectively, you need to know that audible range ranges from 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. With this, you now compare the frequency of 7 kilohertz to 15 kilohertz. With this, we can safely see that the dolphin sounds all fall in the audible frequencies. So we can safely say yes, a normal human being will hear the sound. And how do you explain? The normal hearing ranges from 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz, of which all the dolphin sounds lie in this range. With this, we get 2 out of 2. Let's quickly move to part C. Part C reads, complete table 5.1 to describe the differences in loudness and pitch of 2 different dolphins. So there are 2 different dolphins. One is producing sounds of frequency 14 kilohertz with a very large amplitude, while the other one is producing 8 kilohertz with a small amplitude. For us to complete this table on loudness, we need to understand the relationship between loudness and amplitude. Amplitude of sound is its loudness. Amplitude of sound is its loudness. How are they related? Let me illustrate it over here. They are directly proportional. As the amplitude, A for amplitude, is getting smaller, the loudness is reducing. L for loudness is also getting smaller. They are directly proportional. The bigger the amplitude, the louder the note. So we can complete this part. Since this one has a larger amplitude, it's louder than this one with a smaller amplitude. So this part, we quickly say larger amplitude, louder, smaller amplitude, quieter or less loud. Then the next thing is to deal with pitch. Pitch of sound is its frequency. Pitch of sound is its frequency. So we need to understand the relationship between pitch, and frequency, they are also directly proportional. As F for frequency gets smaller, P for pitch also gets smaller. As F for frequency gets smaller, P for pitch gets smaller. So this one has higher frequency indicating higher pitch, lower frequency indicating lower pitch. So we complete that part. This one, for higher frequency, it will give us a higher pitch. For lower frequency, it will give us a lower pitch. With this, we harvest these 2 marks. Part D. Complete the sentence to describe how sound is transmitted through water. Sound waves are made of vibrating particles. Why? Sound, we introduce vibrations to a medium to produce sound. A medium, it's anything with particles, with matter. So the sound waves are made of vibrating particles, which produce compressions and rarefactions. A compression is a region of high pressure, and a rarefaction is a region of low pressure. Remember, a compression is defined as a region of high pressure where particles are closer together than normal, and a rarefaction is defined as a region of low pressure where particles are further apart than normal. The sound wave travels parallel to the direction of vibrations. Sound is a longitudinal wave, so the vibrations and the direction of propagation, they are parallel to each other. In other words, when the source is vibrating left to right, sound is moving along the same plane. So the vibration and the propagation are in the same direction. Vibrations are lateral vibrations, while propagation is parallel. This is a longitudinal wave. I hope you have been helped on this question. Hoping to see you as we progress to question number 6. See you in the next video as we hammer number 6.